So this is the 299 that caught fire. It's a 2-speed high flow XPS. They cleaned it out pretty good. I mean, they cleaned everything, and as usual, the thing died on me. But they got everything. I'm checking the fluid. They put some in it. Surprised they did. I mean, I can't complain about this one. It's been good other than the electrical issues. About 2,500 hours is when they have electrical issues. Okay, I was making sure there's a gap. But anyway, so the driver that dropped this machine off from Anniston or Oxford, Alabama, wherever it came from, the cat, he undone these. Not sure why or how. See, I told you, this is where I broke the other one. It's right over here on the new one today. That's freaking bullcrap. I don't know if it's like a piece. It slaps it and it breaks the corner off. But they cleaned the inside up pretty good. I don't know if they had it detailed or whatever. That way, you know, no grease. It's sprinkling too. It's been doing that all day since I was mulching. But so I got this one home. It's got 3340 hours on it. Let me show you this. See, I got the, you know, I just had to put a new track, literally like the job or maybe a job or two before. Everything's clean. They put a new tank in it. Not sure. All right, so my boy Brandon needed one of my skid steers, which the one that I got back, the one I originally had, I found a bunch of stuff where they left stuff off. They took my filler neck, like the strainer in the machines. He's over there, he does MX, bike racing or motocross or whatever it is. He's got an old track here, and he's been wanting to borrow one of my machines, but I only had one at the time. That was actually worth a flip. I was gonna bring the pallet fork so that way he could move stuff around at his house, but he's gonna try to make some jumps and turns and stuff like that. I remember this little Bobcat 328. Me and Brandon's done a lot of working personally wise before I got into doing this. So I had to tell Brandon, instead of grabbing a bucket and going around and putting it, just push and roll with it. So I had to teach him a thing or two. You're welcome, Brandon. I know you watch my videos. But yeah, he's got a little track, you kind of see. He really needs a tiller in here, and then use the skid steer to put like ramps and stuff like that. But he's figuring it out. He's not got the luxury of these newer ones. I think he's scared to test it with me here. All right, so try to play around on the razor. I don't know how to zoom in. But anyway, he's putting up some ramps. That's all he needs. It's a bunch of topsoil, but it's just a course he could just play around on and practice. So we'll run over there before we leave and talk to him for a minute. But he's building ramps. He's finally getting used to it, so he's learning how to operate it, but also how to figure out the best for the jumps and stuff like that. So I played around a little bit, but it's just too dusty. It's just way too dusty. So eating too much dirt and I'm having fun. So, but yeah, we fixed to head back to the house, get ready for the week. You can kind of tell I'm at a different machine, different head. I'm helping one of the big dogs in this area do some mulching. So we're pushing all this. So he just told me to push all these stuff and then push the tree line back. So we'll be getting all this done, cleaned up, and go along for the ride. We'll be helping him for a little while, so let's see what we can get. So right now I've got a 150D Dennis Seamoth, which is what I want for one of my machines. It's real dusty still. I was hoping that the rain that we had was going to be helpful, but obviously you can see that's not it. But he called me and said he needed some help, so we'll be helping him for a little while until it's time for me to do some of my videos and some jobs too. So this is pretty fun because I get to test out the 150. I did use a 180 with Grant's machine with his John Deere, and I also used a Cat 299 as well for another buddy. So when you do good work, you work pretty hard, so you'll have people calling you for help. So I don't see nothing wrong with it. It can also be beneficial to you as well. So while you're going doing jobs for yourself on the weekend, and you can help them through the week or the weekend or whatever needs to be done. So we cooking along. I mean, as of right now, we're just hitting the beans, the soybeans. I think that's what they are, soybeans. Cleaning it up, and then we'll push the outer skirts over here. So we'll see what we can get done. machine cool down. It's getting pretty hot. You gotta clean the windshield. These knives they're toasted because all the dust hitting stuff. That's one thing I like about this sea moth. It's just nice area. To get this and the wipes wherever it's at. Oh, man, it's a little rough. Anywho, show you what we got here. Like I said, running from my buddy. I had a few fence posts, didn't see it. This is the material it's leaving because it's all, this has been dozed, so it's, I figured I'd get out. That's not good. There's another piece somewhere. Yeah, there's another one. I didn't hit this one. I did somehow manage to push it. I know there's another one somewhere. That's the one I hit. It's over. You can kind of see how much dips there is. Right here it is. This is one I hit. Yeah, buddy. That really helps the knives out. But you can kind of see all that. All this mulched. All that down. And then we're fixing to go to the pond over there. Mulch up. I thought there was another one. Anyway, get over here and get this cleaned up. Put somewhere. And we'll head to the pond. Alright, so I started pushing this little mound right here, and I hit a T-post right here and something right here, and then right over here, well, right over here I hit some kind of piece of C-channel. That's one thing I don't like, dozed field rolls, because that's where everybody starts dumping stuff and pushing it up. Anyway, we got this cleaned up. I mean, you can kind of tell a little bit better. Turn that down. You can kind of see, well, you know, we pushed at least 20-30 foot. So, you know, you see the field rolls pushed back, cleaned up, but that's what farmers need, 15-20 foot. And then I try to chop it as high as I can get, that way it don't damage the combines or tractors, either one. So we're fixing to head over here to the pond and clean up some cattails. way down there, so we're gonna try to keep on pushing. I don't know if you can see him or not, but we get a little bit more pushing. This is probably at least a 6-7 acre pond. All right, so this is what we got done. We got most of that, and he ripped up everything with the excavator. We got some spots where it's dirt so we can walk up on it, so I got all this pushed. We got certain spots because the wind kept blowing, machine's getting hot. You can see he cleaned over there, and I was working my way that way. So when that's shut down time, because everything's getting hot. I mean, look at this, it's sticking to the machine. This is the one I'm going to get eventually. It's a Seamoff, Dennis Seamoff 150D. This thing was just absolutely shredding. It bogs down a little bit, but not as much as that 180 does. So we're gonna go ahead and get everything cleaned up. Well, let Brandon use this for a few days. Here's his dirt track. You can see over there with his little small excavator, he's got ramps for the MX racing. I did take my razor over here and till it up a little bit for him. So he called me sometime last week, said something about that the hydraulic tank was low. And then he said that went to check it around, and he seen it was wet, but also had like a little puddle underneath it. So you can tell this thing's nasty. I need to clean the HVAC out. I think that's what's wrong with the 2019 of mine. But anyway, so it's leaking somewhere over here. They said they had a few lines leaking. They had to order them. Not sure which ones, they didn't tell me. So waiting for them, but also all the zip ties are broke. Stuff rubbing. Look at that. That one right here. It's kind of hard to get under there. Rubbing underneath. They didn't redo that one on the inside, and it's caked up over there. So whatever it was leaking pretty good bit. You can see also had issues with a backup camera, and there was a rubber mat that went around the back side of the pump, which I guess they ripped it off, or it caught fire. They said they fixed the backup camera, which that's how I knew that it was the machine was on fire. So they said something about they put a camera harness on it or something like that. So a new harness, so that's a new harness right there. They actually zip tied this one, so wherever it runs back through there, so now the camera works. It's just been so dusty in Alabama, it's not even funny. But yeah, this is pretty much the first job it's got put on. Let my buddy use it. That way he can fix his dirt track. I'm probably gonna have to clean that out. There's all kinds of stuff leaking. I'm not sure. Looks like coolant or something. I guess I'm gonna have to figure out what's leaking. So, cause it's wet down there. Anyway, very irritated. That's why I told Kat and the insurance I did not want this back, because this was going to be a reoccurring problem. The first day I got it, the guy that dropped it off broke the guts out of the door hinges. I broke the ears off of it, and then this is leaking, and I had a coolant issue the first time when they dropped it off. I let it run for like an hour or two, pushing stuff up, and then now it's still leaking. I'm not sure where, because you can see the blocks just soaked. It's just very irritating. So irritating. I'm gonna get this filter cleaned up, and then wait for them to bring parts back. Yeah. But he's gonna use it for a little bit more, and then I'll get this back, and I'll probably put a mulcher on it and test it out. That's how you're gonna test it out, not driving around. That's what they told me they done. They drove it around and it done good, and then when I got it, it had all kinds of problems. Cause see, the left corner up here has still got the smoke soot on it, so this is just ridiculous. Just straight annoying, and all this dang dust we've got, so it's not helping none at all. But anyway, this is got the old machine back. Thought about keeping it and selling the new one, but I'm gonna get this one fixed and let somebody else get some use out of it. So probably what I'm gonna do. Some way to keep going, I guess. All right, so after checking out my other machine, always something, I just now realized that Cat brought, well, say Cat, UPS brought me some parts. Bought a pre-cleaner. Pre-cleaner is this piece, and see, I thought I broke it, but if you look at it, that right there come up, and I guess this edge piece was right here. Something caught it, because it's broken 4 or 5 spots. So this clamp is what caused it, so I need to find a smaller one. But anyway, this cost me $251. $251 for that. Bet you these zip ties from Cat cost me 70 bucks. And the rest of this was cheaper than these zip ties. But this is for the radio or stereo. I had this piece, but there was some clamps on the back side. I wish I was at my other one up. So the radio goes through here, this loop right here, and I'm not sure how and what, but this thing needs a pressure wash pretty bad. I mean, it's caked up in dirt. So I got a pre-cleaner, bunch of wires, cables that didn't match up last time, because I got a radio for it, and it's so annoying just hearing the high-pitched hydraulic. And I got me some filters, since it's been so dusty in Alabama. Got an inner. And I think that's it. I think that's all I got. But right now I don't feel like putting this on. I was just trying to see, make sure it was it. But anyway, we're gonna try to fix this through the week. I just want to show you that I ordered that piece, got the radio, and you can kind of see how much dirt's caked up. I mean, it's just so dusty. I'm not even gonna wash it, because this is just gonna turn into a nasty paste. Try to blow it out best I can. That's one thing I hate. They just collect. My other $2.99 wasn't as bad as this one. But anyway, just hang in there and we'll keep going. And it's so dusty, it's just kind of hard to do mulching jobs right now. It's just dust. But just hang in there. Please like and subscribe. See you on the next one.